오늘의 영상은 I finished. Hey, it's Aja. I asked you guys for some ideas of what you would like to see next from me, and I got answers. I got replies. I'm gonna try my best to create all of these videos, including the ones that I didn't think I could. What I'm filming for you guys today is a story time. This should be interesting. I'm gonna tell you guys the story of a crazy coworker. And now I want to be very clear. I'm using the word crazy to describe the situation, not this person's state of mental health, okay? I don't know nothing about this person's state of mental health. I just want you guys to hear the story of a work experience that I've had here in Korea. I'm not going to tell you which job this happened at. I don't think it's relevant. And I'm not going to tell you guys the person's real name. So we're going to call him Steve. Sorry the lighting keeps changing. I'm sitting in my classroom, but there's a window on this side of me. But it's like a semi-cloudy day, so the clouds keep covering the sun and uncovering it and covering it and uncovering it. I even flipped my hair over to this side so I could catch that sunlight, and then immediately the sun was just it went away. Anyways, let me tell you this story. This guy Steve came to work at my job, let's say at the beginning of a semester. So everything is new at the beginning of a semester. Everybody is new because there's several people coming to work at the same time for the first time, right? It's the start of a new hiring period, so it's the start of a brand new contract. And if a business wants to make changes to the way they do things, they make changes, at the beginning of a new term. It's very important to make it clear that everything going on at this job is new to everyone, okay? Not just to Steve. Steve is not the only one who doesn't know what's going on. Nobody knows how the system works. Nobody knows how to do the job. We're all on the same learning curve because everything is brand new. At the beginning of this term, Steve seemed like a totally normal guy. I mean, kind of a loner, because every time we would be let's all go to lunch, and Steve would be like,
no, I'm good.
He would eat the lunch that's provided for free. Even we wouldn't eat it because it was not delicious, but it was free, so probably should have. We would sometimes go out for drinks after work. Steve would not join. And that's fine. You ain't gotta come drink with us. We don't have to be friends. We can just be coworkers. That's totally fine. So I thought he was a normal dude who's just a little older than some of the rest of us. And maybe he just wants to keep to himself. I heard him say a few times that he was married. So he was probably just in a hurry to go home to his wife. Awesome, great. But he started to get weirder and weirder. The first thing was that we all found out our schedule for the elementary. All right, so at this institution, there's kindergarten in the morning, there's elementary in the evening. And the thing about elementary in the evening is that you're not just one homeroom teacher for those kids. You change classrooms. You have multiple groups of students that are your students, every hour. Let's say the kids come in for an hour, right? They spend 30 minutes with you, 30 minutes with a different teacher. And it changes every hour. So he would be in charge of 6 different classes, but he could not understand his schedule. He wouldn't know what he's supposed to teach, at what time, which classroom to go to, which, whatever. He just wasn't understanding the schedule. That's okay. The schedule's confusing. It was confusing. The problem is that when Steve couldn't understand something, he would get mad.
this fucking schedule. Why do y'all make it so, confusing? You should make the kids change classrooms, not the teachers.
Right? It's kind of weird, but whatever. You're upset, go calm down. It's not very professional. Go calm down in a corner somewhere, sir. Calm yourself. Don't bring that attitude to the children, sir. Chill the fuck out. But, I really wasn't like tripping over him. Whatever, Then the next issue came up about report cards, okay? If you've ever worked in a hagwon, then or really any educational institution, then that kids get report cards like once a month-ish. And he would not understand how to make the report card. Excuse me, sir, you're an adult. You don't know how to use Word, Microsoft Word, to just fill in the blanks? Like the rubric was all set up for us already. All we had to do is type in the scores, add a comment about what we think they could improve on, what they're already doing well. It was a lot of work, to do that for every single student. You teach all these kinder kids, you teach all these elementary kids. You gotta do a report card for every single student. It was a lot of work. The problem is not that he could not finish it, which is problematic, but the problem is that Steve would wait until his report card was already late, and then somebody would say, "Where's your report card, Steve?" And he would be like,
"It was confusing. I couldn't figure it out. I don't understand how to do this. How do you do it?"
And it's like, sir, you don't wait until your stuff is already late to ask for help. And you don't ask for help by yelling at the management staff.
I forgot to mention that when he didn't do his work on time, it still had to be done, and now on a faster schedule than ever. So that meant other people had to do his work for him on top of their own work.
What's wrong with you? I honestly think that Steve made up his entire resume, because he said things like he taught previously at a high level, and I'm just like, sir, you could not have taught in university and you don't know how to use Microsoft Word. Nobody believes you. Don't lie. Stop lying. So that was the second, shall we say, quirk about Steve, okay? But it got worse. Steve's biggest issue was anger, okay? I remember one time in between classes, I was sitting at my desk doing my work. He was trying to find what he's supposed to be doing because he didn't know what his job is for whatever reason. He was supposed to be in a class teaching, but instead of being in a class teaching, he was at his desk rummaging through his things trying to figure out what he's supposed to teach that day. And so I, being the friendly coworker that I am, I asked him, "Steve, do you need help?"
"This place is too fucking up."
That's how he responded. He would just be grumpy, he would just be angry, he would just be disrespectful. Did I do something to be cussed? Did I deserve to be cussed for offering to help you? Best believe I didn't offer to help him one more time. Not once more, no sir. Not because I'm not a nice person, because I'm not. But I didn't offer to help him anymore because I don't want to be cussed anymore, and because I do not care enough about any job to be disrespected. So I will just cuss him back and then we'll both be fired. Oh, did I give it away? I gave it away. Yeah, he was fired. And I wish that was the end of the story. But no. Okay, so even after not being able to do his job, not knowing what to teach, when to teach it, not understanding his time schedule, cussing out everybody in the place, after many temper tantrums, after not decorating his classroom, not doing any of the basic requirements of his job, sometimes these hagwons do give you more stuff to do than you have time to do it. They expect you to do overtime work. Not all of us are willing to do that. Whatever. The issue is that he wouldn't even do the stuff that he had time to do. There's so many times I saw him sitting at his desk on his phone. Sir, what do you need your phone for if you are planning your class? Sir, what do you need your phone for when I know for damn sure you did not finish writing your report cards? Sir, what do you need your phone for? You contacting your wife? Is your wife gonna do your job for you? No? Okay. After not being able to do his job and being fired, as he should, after multiple chances, multiple months of the rest of us being like, can you replace this guy? Cause we can't work with him.
Just to reiterate, nobody's complaining about him because we're petty. We complained about him because every time that he was not able to do his job correctly, it added on more work for the rest of us.
Well, he had the nerve to file a complaint about being wrongfully terminated. What? Sir, what? Sir, what? Now, I cannot tell you how that turned out because honestly speaking, I do not know. I'm not the business owner. They don't talk to me about these things. I don't know if he got whatever money he was trying to complain for. I don't know if the law was on his side or my boss's side or whatever. I don't know how that turned out, okay? And it's none of my business. This whole story is mostly none of my business, but I'm telling you, and I'm telling you because, well, someone asked me for a story time. What's the moral of this story? You can be completely ignorant of the fact that you're the problem. That's possible, you know. Let's all always be re-examining our own behavior because you can be ignorant of the fact that you are the problem. What else? Don't give your work to other people. That could be a moral of the story because, you know, that's fucked up. Don't do that. Or maybe don't be a jerk. Be nice and people will want to help you. That could be a moral of the story. There's so many things we can learn from Steve. Don't be a Steve. that is the moral of this story, okay? Because nobody likes a Steve. We still wonder sometimes, how did Steve get married? But I would like you all to please regard this whole story as fiction because as we know, in South Korea, there's this thing called a defamation law. It means you can't talk shit about people even if it's true. So we'll just say this is fiction. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. You know, I do enjoy talking a little shiznit about other people. My life is not that exciting and I like it that way. So I don't have that many stories because I try to stay out of drama, okay? But I do have, I have another story in my pocket and I'm just holding off on telling it until I'm sure there will be no retaliation. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you will give me a thumbs up on this video, like it, subscribe, comment, tell me what was your favorite part of the story or tell me what you want to hear about next time. And I will talk to you then. So, bye.